What is up, fellow YouTubers? My name's Mike. Welcome to the MDH Automotive channel. Now, if you've seen any of my videos, even a couple, follow the channel at all, you'll know that I am definitely an automotive enthusiast. I like cars. If you can't tell that, look in the background and see I definitely like automotive. So I do a lot of buying, selling, trading, that type of thing, and mostly what I do is on Craigslist. I do some other stuff too, but mostly it's Craigslist. And right now I currently have two vehicles that are listed for sale. One vehicle is the Ford Galaxy that I currently have on Craigslist for sale. And the other vehicle is the Kawasaki KLR 650 that is currently listed on Craigslist for sale. Now, it occurred to me just how much things have changed with the dawning of technology, the internet, all these websites that we can post our stuff for sale on, like Craigslist, eBay, letgo, OfferUp, things like that. Things have really changed. So let's take a step back, say 40 years, okay? Good round number. Let's go back to 1978. I own this 1964 Galaxy, second owner on the car, and I've just decided that it's time for me to make a change. I have decided that it's time to get something a little bit bigger. Family's growing. I need something that I can haul around my 2.5 kids, my wife, and the dog and the cat. So I'm looking to get a different vehicle, so I want to sell this vehicle. Well, what are my options? Well, there's really two. Number one is put an ad in the paper. There's classifieds in the paper, and you can go ahead and list your vehicle in there. So basically what I do is I write a very concise ad, because they do charge by the word, submit it to the paper, and they'll end up running it a few days after I submit it, and I pay so much for it, runs for a week or what have you, and I put my telephone number in there along with the basic details of the vehicle in order to try to sell it. Now, my number two option, if I'm trying to save a little bit of money, is I find a well-traveled, high-traffic street, and I park the vehicle out in a parking lot or on the street with a for sale sign in the window. Basically, I put a few bits of information about the vehicle right down here, and again, I put my telephone number. But in order to successfully sell my vehicle, I have to be by the phone. You see, this is 1978. And in '78, we did not have cell phones. As a matter of fact, I don't even think people had answering machines. So you basically had your home phone, your landline, which was on the wall or sitting on a desk or what have you, and you had to be within earshot of it when it rang, answer the phone, and actually talk to people about your vehicle. So after the potential buyer and myself would have a little conversation, the buyer would say, hey, look, I'm interested in coming and taking a look at the vehicle. I would say, okay, no problem. So what I would do is I would give them my address, and then I would give them directions to find my house. Why would I do this? Because these were the days before GPS, before MapQuest or anything like that. So basically I would have to tell them to go down this freeway, get off this exit, turn left here, turn right there, go down. I'm the third house on the right. You'll see the car, blah, 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 blah. The prospective buyer would show up. We'd talk about the vehicle. They would walk around it, basically much the same as what we do right now. We'd negotiate back and forth, and long story short, I as a seller get a price that I'm happy with, and the buyer gets a vehicle they're happy with, and everybody's happy. Now let's come forward to 2018 and talk about what we do today. With modern technology, the internet, cell phones, what have you, we can actually do all this process much faster. Craigslist, for example, you can go ahead and you can write up an ad, you can post pictures, and you can have your ad live within 5 or 10 minutes. And within 20 or 30 minutes of the ad going live, you're going to start getting people that are interested in your vehicle. You're going to have them contacting you via whatever way you choose to be contacted, whether it be email or by phone or by text or what have you. They can contact you, and it actually works out very, very well. It goes very, very fast. Here is the problem with modern technology and essentially what we've become. I think all of this stuff lends itself to a much more flaky society, if I will. And I don't mean this to offend anybody, but you know, here's the situation. I've got two vehicles, like I said, online right now, and I either get an email or a text, which I'm not opposed to either one. I prefer text, or I prefer phone calls, because I think people are more serious when they text and or call, but whatever, I pretty much answer them all. But I'll get the same old email or same old text saying, is the vehicle still for sale? And I'll say yes. Maybe I'll hear back from them, maybe I won't. Okay. Or the next question I will get is, how firm are you on the price? Okay, I don't really like to negotiate over the phone, but I do get that people could be 2, 3, 4, 5 hours away and they want to know, okay, they're wasting their time. Am I firm on my price, or am I going to budge a little bit? Now, I'll never actually say where I'm at, but I'll always tell them, yes, I do have a little flexibility in my price, because whenever I price a vehicle for sale, I always leave a little bit of flexibility in the price. I know people like to bargain a little bit, barter back and forth and what have you, and you know, it's all part of the negotiation process. I enjoy that just as much as the next person, so I will price it a little higher than what I'm actually shooting for. That's pretty much standard. So I will tell them, yes, you know, I've left some flexibility in the price. Then 9 times out of 10, I won't hear anything more from them again. Then there's the other people who will try to actually negotiate price with me over text or email or what have you, which, I'm sorry, I can understand that you have maybe a certain idea of what you want to pay for said vehicle, but you know, I'm not going to negotiate with you over the phone. I really am not. I might give you a general idea of what I'm thinking and where I'm at, or if you throw a number at me, I might say, yeah, we're within the ballpark. You know, come on, take a look at it, drive it, see what you think. I'm sure we can work something out. And I've actually done that with several people. One individual not too long ago, right here in Turlock, I mean, within probably 10 minutes away from me, and he says, okay, you know, I like it, everything's good, we're right there on the price, I knew we could make things work. So he's like, I'm gonna show up. And of course he doesn't show up. Then another day or two later, okay, sorry, something came up, I'm gonna show up. And then nothing, and still to this day nothing, and it's been like 10 days. So, I mean, it is what it is. I guess my point is that back in the day when we actually had to be by our phone, when we actually had to make that phone call, when we were actually looking as buyers and sellers and what have you, I think there was just more effort and there was more respect put into each other's time. If someone called rather and said that they're going to show up on this day at this time, they did. That was a great thing about it. If they said, yeah, I want to come over on Saturday afternoon about 2 o'clock, they showed up. And they had respect for one another's time. And generally speaking, deals were done, the sale was made, and it worked out. And if it didn't work out, oh well, no harm, no foul. At least the person showed up. I actually have another individual that I've been talking to for roughly a week or so about a potential trade for the Galaxy. I'm somewhat interested in what this person has, and they seem to be interested in what I have. And so, okay, yeah, they want to come take a look. They're not very far away. They're maybe 30 minutes away. And they want to come take a look at my vehicle. Yeah, no problem. And so far I've been postponed. Now this is the 3rd time. Last I heard was, oh, we'll have to reschedule another day. And this is all via text. You know, I don't want to play the back and forth game. I don't mind answering questions about my vehicle. I don't mind talking a little bit about price over text or what have you. But to me, if you're serious, come take a look. And if you're not serious, if you change your mind, I get that. I'm okay with it. No harm, no foul. Just let me know what's going on. You know, be straight with me. I'm not going to waste someone's time as either a buyer or seller, and I expect the same from them. I do accept the fact that whenever I want to sell something or even buy something, that you're going to run into people who just maybe don't value your time as much as you value your own time, or you value their time, if that makes any sense. I've had it happen with people who are selling vehicles. I've had it happen with people who are wanting to buy a vehicle of mine. They're just not as considerate, I think, as we used to be, say, 30, 40 years ago. It is what it is. It's just the way society is. I've come to expect the fact that for every 10 people that I'm going to talk to when selling or buying or what have you, and it's more when you're the seller and dealing with buyers, that really 9 of them are going to be flaky, and there's going to be 1 that's going to be truly interested and good to work with as far as that goes. I'm okay with that. I do accept that, but it's not that it doesn't get frustrating sometimes. So, you know, I just wanted to do a quick video on it. Just something to throw out there. I'm sure that everybody watching this video right now is probably very considerate of other people's time, but I'm finding a lot of people who don't do that. I'm finding a lot of people who, like I said, they're texting. We have text back and forth, whether it be 1 or 2 texts, or you know, pages and pages of text, and then they just drop off the face of the earth, so to speak. So you know, I've done videos about this before. I did a video before on Craigslist do's and don'ts. I did another video kind of ranting just in general about people not keeping their word, not coming through. And like I said, I think that's just the way society has kind of become nowadays. I'm not meaning this to offend anybody, and I hope you're not offended by it. This is just my 2 cents. With that, I hope you enjoyed the video and take it for what it's worth. If you did enjoy the video, definitely give me a thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. If you are stopping in for the first time, you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel. I think you'll enjoy it. If you already subscribed, let your friends know, share it out there. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by July. That is my goal. I would like to be there. I'm a little over 600 now, so well on the way, and I would appreciate the support. And with that, God bless, take care. Guys, have an absolutely outstanding day.